Fellas, I am old. That's it. That's all I got. Never mind. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be here.
Happy
But
birthday.
welcome back to the Ramblers channel. I very much appreciate you guys joining us again. Last episode did not go so great, even though it was fun. We did have audio. We did have audio flub, but now we do not. Now we do not. So we will make sure to check that every now and then whenever we start doing content slips. But Jay, you got anything to add before we go on?
Yeah, I mean, I spent this is a way different background than what you guys saw last week. It's the same room, just everything shifted, and I got a new shelf, so I finally have room to put all my stuff in frame. And then I got these fancy, little LED strip lights that came with the poster, so it lets me do cool things. But yeah, lastly, the final thing is that it's my lovely host's birthday. He's really old. I don't remember which birthday. It's probably 30, something like that. But we all need to wish him a very, very happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, all that good stuff in the comments and
I'm not 30, you Jim. I'm 22. Stuff. I'm 20. Yeah. Well, I turn 22 tomorrow. This is the week. This is the week that we record for the birthday episode. But first half of the episode, or it might not be first half. It might be like the first 60% will be a bunch of questions that not only Jay has for me, but first I'm going to read off 5 questions that some of my friends in my personal life have given me, which I think are I have not seen them yet. I have just had somebody put them all in a single note document that I can read them off. But we will do that. I hope some of them are Star Wars related, and I hope some of them are not. But that's just what I hope. I don't know for sure. But yeah, I appreciate the birthday wish. I am 22, which is crazy. And I still have no future. I'm just kidding. I have a future, but I'm here, and we are still recording. We have found our love for the game again. So let's go and get this started.
Let's do it.
So my first question is from my friend Jack, and this is actually a popular question that many people get asked. It is the iconic deserted island question. And it is if you were to bring 4 different movies, shows, and video games on a deserted island, what would they be?
Okay. 4 different of each.
So we'll do movies first.
Okay.
I have a basic idea of this. Movies, of course, my first one is always going to be Empire Strikes Back. My second is going to be Inception. My third, I would say, will be Captain America Civil War. And then my fourth, if I'm just trying to think of a different franchise, like I can name a kid's movie. Like I loved Cars so much as a kid. I loved Toy Story a lot as a kid. But one that I really liked as of recently is Oppenheimer. I'm going to say that. So those are my 4. What about you, Joe?
So, you know what's funny about that is that was my first question for you as well. So we're just going to do a 2-in-1 here. It's going to be great. Yeah. So for movies, my first movie isn't going to be Empire Strikes Back. It's going to be A New Hope, because if I'm stranded on the island, I want a really good standalone movie that I can watch, and analyze over and over. Empire Strikes Back is definitely the better movie, but I feel like I would enjoy A New Hope a lot better. It's my personal favorite, and it's it can be kind of sort of a standalone story. So I'll take that as my first. If I had to pick a Marvel movie, I would probably take this is a crazy take. You might think this is a crazy take, but give me Spider-Man Homecoming. I freaking love that movie. And then I'm taking the Lego movie in my 3. That movie is straight gas. And then my fourth, I'll pick a more like serious movie for this one. Give me oh god, I can't even think of a good movie. So like I don't watch enough stuff, guys. This is bad. Like I shouldn't be blanking on my fourth movie.
He's just a kid.
I'm just a kid, bro. Can I oh, you know what? Give me The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's a really good Western.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot too. Okay. For shows, this one for me is pretty standard. Well, I think maybe. I have three that I definitely are doing without a doubt. I'm taking Breaking Bad, I'm taking Daredevil, I'm taking Andor. Those are my top three by far. And then if I had to say a fourth, I would probably just say Clone Wars. I think I take the peaks of that.
Yeah, I think our lists are going to be pretty similar. I'm taking Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul because, you know, you can watch those shows and analyze them for hours and hours. Those are my first two. My third is going to be my GOAT right here, Trollhunters. Trollhunters, amazing show. Really underrated, a children's show, but it's a very good show nonetheless. Sort of gets treated the same way Clone Wars does, but it's a really good show. My fourth, it would be a tie between two shows, but I'm gonna pick Andor because I need a Star Wars show, and Andor is just a masterpiece and by far the best Star Wars show. We've talked ample about that last week, so those will be my four.
Yep. Now for video games, I'm only gonna pick single player because that's it's kind of makes sense. Like you telling me you about to bring Wi-Fi to a deserted island? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm taking Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I'm taking Jedi Survivor. I will take Spider-Man PS5. I have not played through that whole game, but it is phenomenal. And then my fourth one would probably be either The Last of Us or like maybe like I'm not gonna say like Madden, even though I like Madden quite a lot. I'm not gonna say 2K because that game franchise is kind of cheeks nowadays. I'll say The Last of Us. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I'm taking first and foremost Jedi Survivor. It's just the gameplay is just an upgraded version of the first. And then my second game is going to be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because I mean that's a game that not a lot of people have played. It came out earlier this year, but it is it is definitely the most content-packed game I have ever played. For those of you who don't know, it's an open world medieval RPG. And it's realistic, based in real history. And I think I spent 40 hours beating the main story, and I have not 100% of the game. It takes so long. It's so in depth. All the NPCs have their own schedules and duties and all this stuff. The side quests are amazing. It's an amazing game. That's my second game. That'll last me a long time. My third game, I'm gonna go with you know what, I'll take give me Lego Marvel Superheroes. That is by far the best Lego game, and it's a great game. I haven't played the Spider-Man games for PS4 or PS5 because I don't have a PlayStation.
You don't own one.
Yeah, but I'm sure those games look phenomenal. I would love to play those. And then my fourth game, I'll take Batman Arkham Knight. That's sort of the Spider-Man equivalent for us Microsoft users. So,
yes. Okay. Next question. This one is from my friend John. What is your essential ranking of the Star Wars TV series? This is pretty easy for me. The only one that I have not seen is Visions. I have seen Resistance. I've seen both seasons. It's not that great, I will say. But my ranking, I'll go from top to bottom because it's easier to number them off. My number 1 is Andor. My number 2 is Clone Wars. My number 3 is Mandalorian. My number 4 is Rebels. My number 5 is Ahsoka. My number 6 is Skeleton Crew. 7 is Book of Boba Fett. 8 is Obi-Wan Kenobi. And 9 is not Skeleton Crew, Resistance. And then 10 is The Acolyte. Those are that's my top. That's my 10.
Our lists are going to be almost identical. I have not seen Visions, Resistance, or Skeleton Crew. And I'm not counting the 2003 Clone Wars, even though it's pretty good. The best show, number 1's Andor. I think our top 5 is like the same. It's Andor in 1, Clone Wars in 2, Mando in 3, Rebels in 4. Oh, you forgot Bad Batch on yours, I think.
Okay. Bad Batch would be number 5. But it's under Rebels, above Ahsoka. That's where it would be.
That's where I'm having it too. So Andor's my 1. My 2 is Clone Wars. 3 is Mando. 4 is Rebels. 5 is Bad Batch. 6 is Ahsoka.
It's the same top 7? 6,
yeah. 7 is gonna be Kenobi. And then my 8 will be Acolyte. Or no. My 8 will be Book of Boba Fett. My 9 will be Acolyte. Those are the ones that I've watched. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Next up. This one's from my friend Silas. Do you have a type? I do. So here's my thing about it. So if you were going to come up to me and say, Cal, I would like some relationship experience, I'm gonna say go kiss somebody else's butt, okay? But if you want advice for somebody who is dealing with a girl with mixed feelings, hit my line.
Ooh.
But anyway,
he's been in there.
But anyway, if you were to ask me, if you do martial arts, that's obviously a plus. And I don't mean just do it. I mean you do it for the love of the game, because you gotta. If you want to be with me, you gotta understand my grind. Okay, you don't want to walk in my room and see 4 different Korean certificates and be like, oh, this guy's kind of crazy. This guy's kind of. Do I want to hang out with this guy? Be like, I want to be like him. You don't say like me. Say I want to be with him. But yeah, Ooh. That's my plus. And then the other ones, I mean, if you like Star Wars, you are at least tolerable. That alone doesn't really make you a super enjoyable person, but I will say that. And if you like the Thunder, you are also very tolerable. But everything else is up for grabs. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think I need a girl who has some like emotional and intellectual intelligence, because I don't want to be having stupid arguments and not understand each other. We need to be able.
Oh, she gets it. He gets it.
This is why we're friends, right? But
we're linked. Yeah, so we see eye to eye.
Yeah, we need to be able to fully and totally communicate with each other without getting into an argument and without judging each other. And that's mainly, like, honestly, like, everything else is a bonus. Like, if you like similar hobbies as me, that's cool. But like, honestly, you just really need to be like, have common sense, be kind of a little bit smart, and the communication is the main thing. You gotta really be able to like talk to each other. So that's what I would say.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Next. How did you meet Jay? Okay. This story is actually pretty simple. So it was April of 2020. I came back from a night of protecting the streets from crime.
Of
And
course.
because that definitely happened. And then I came back and I got on this game called Battlefront 2, which I played for many years. I do not play it nearly as much anymore, but I still do somewhat enjoy it to an extent. So I was looking for guys to play with, and this guy named Darth Jaden 1 hit my line.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, can I join your clan?" I was like, "That might be racially motivated, but okay." And then I said, "Sure. Tell me about you." He's like, "I'm 13." I'm like, "Huh?" But I didn't think too much about it because I think I was 16 at the time. So we basically played. We chilled. We didn't talk too much. We rarely talked. We didn't talk nearly as much back then as we do now.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the gist of it. The only other one that I met back then that I still talk to this day is Ben, who conveniently lives like 25 minutes away from me. So that's pretty sick.
Never met. Let me tell my side of the story for that one. So
yeah.
I was 13, and I had never gone on any LFGs for any game. I had barely even been in like an Xbox party before. So I was essentially groomed by this man, but that's besides the point, right? I for some reason, I don't know how it happened, but I opened up Battlefront 2 LFGs, and then there was a post on there from him talking about this 13th Legion, which now he claims it's not a clan, but he totally wanted to start a clan. So I hit up his line, and I probably said something super corny, like I kind of remember it. And
yeah, we played. Scroll through the Xbox messages.
No, I remember I said something, but I don't remember what it was. And we played with like a couple other guys that we don't talk to anymore. And slowly, as our group of Battlefront died, it just became a smaller group. And here we are.
I talked to everybody. I think I talked to literally everybody else for like maybe a month. That's it.
Yeah,
like literally. I think that's literally what it was. That we would go like 6 month stints where we just wouldn't play. And I'm just like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. I'm back from a hiatus where I just didn't want to play. I just didn't tell you guys.
Time you ghosted us for like a year, and then you like wrote up this letter, and was like,
yeah. I was like, hey guys, I'm back. Not bad.
Yeah, that was fun.
But yeah, that's basically what it was. That's basically what it was. Next up, this is the last question that I have from my audience. Not a complex question. Just showcase your background. We can both do this. Okay. So if I turn this around here, this is the background that I got. In the very back, we have a Black Spire Outpost poster directly from Galaxy's Edge. I had this framed. I think it looks pretty sick.
That's pretty sick.
Here, I just knocked the hat down. Up here, we have 2 Black Series helmets. First up is the Jarn's helmet, which if you think it fits my head, it doesn't. It does not fit my head. But it is a great showcase. I do need the dust off the visor, but there's that. On top of that, I keep the Thunder Championship hat. It's limited edition. It's pretty sick. If you've ever had your favorite sports team win a title, you know the feeling. I've had that, and I've also had my NFL team, which is the Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl within the last 5 years. Jay cannot say that about the 49ers, but it is what it is. And then Black Series Darth Vader helmet. You might have the same one as me, high key.
I have the Kenobi one. It has the red lenses, right? Does yours have the red lenses?
This one has like has a slight tint of red.
Yeah. Mine do too. I think we have the same one. Oh, where's the camera up there? I think we have the same one. Yeah.
This is the Vader.
Yeah, pretty sick.
And then the 2 lightsabers that I have on my desk are the most recent 2 that I've gotten. It is the limited edition Balin Skull and Shin Hati lightsabers. They are orange, if you didn't know that. It shows that in the show, but it's not extremely noticeable when they're like fighting in light.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are limited edition. This is Shin's lightsaber. This is Balin's, which is probably one of my favorite ones. This one's crazy.
Super clean.
So yeah, because they are limited, I keep them on display. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I also have this back here. This is an instructor certification that I got. I've had this for almost 4 years now. That date is actually that date says April 6th. It's actually should be November 6th, so that's wrong.
That's a weird typo.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Awesome. Yeah, this section would have been really lame for me if I didn't rearrange my entire room before recording this. So here it is. This, is attached to the wall. This is actually you can't really see the other side, but I got this a day one or midnight drop at GameStop for a Jedi Fallen Order when I was a wee 12 years old. I went with my dad and they gave us this for free with the game. But it's got like promo on the other side, but it's tacked down, so we can't see that. Nope. This is my I got just general Legos up there. There's a Venom, Mando, Grogu stuff. You don't really need to take them down. You understand the idea. This is my Galaxy's Edge.
Oh wait, that's not BB1. That's BB9.
This is so that you can make a custom droid at Galaxy's Edge, as I'm sure a lot of you know. I just made BB9E because they should just sell them. And then I've got my little Lego BB9E on top of him. That I got in like 2017 when The Last Jedi was out. So yeah, that's that. I've got my Jim Lake Funko, a BB-8 back there because why not? And it's all falling apart. I've got this cool thing. This is oh wait, I keep forgetting my camera's up here. This is a metal like welded together with random pieces Darth Vader that I got from a friend my freshman year who was just like, "Here, you want this?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." So it's got like different bolts and screws holding it together.
You know what I'm thinking of when I look at that?
Yeah.
You know the Lego droid Mr. Bones? That's like Mr. Bones
he looks like
you made him into Vader.
Yeah, no, super really cool piece. Like you can't buy this anywhere. So I really like this one. Back here is my my eagle that I welded really crappily, as you can see right there with my initials at the bottom. I made that a few years ago at Scout Camp. And we got lightsabers over here. Oh. Got this one, which was this was from a lightsaber like app that you could get when like the sequels were coming out, and it was like this whole set, this VR thing that came with this lightsaber, and you could like duel and stuff. But now it's just a display piece because they delisted the app from the App Store. So it's a really good display lightsaber though. It's got some nice weight to it. And then my only Galaxy's Edge lightsaber is Cal Kestis.
It's the Cal Kestis. I have two of those back there in my closet. Yeah.
So wait, you got the Fallen Order ones? The Connect?
Let me go see.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's the only Galaxy's Edge saber that actually changes colors. There's not a lot of colors, but it does change colors. Unfortunately, you cannot switch the blade. You can't put two blades on, which you can with the Fallen Order one, which is the broken hilt. We'll see if he has. He's going to check if he has them. So those are my lightsabers.
Yeah, this is the one I have. I kind of just dug through the boxes. I do have. It does come with the broken Jedi Fallen Order pummel, but it's just not connected here. I have two of these. You see they have the ring around it, so they do connect if you want them to. Yeah, this is one of my favorite lightsabers for sure.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it a lot. So yeah,
really nice cool stuff. I got a couple more things here. Helmet you saw, Lego Vader. Ooh, this is a cool one. Lego Vader clock. This is if I had batteries in it, it's a clock. And you can have
that thing was being sold when I was like 5. That's an oldie.
This is I use this a lot when I was younger. This was my alarm before I had a phone, believe it or not. So yeah, really cool thing. And then miscellaneous Lego sets, posters. You guys get the deal. That's my backdrop.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's all my audience questions. Dre has some for me.
Yes.
To celebrate the big 2-2.
I've got some birthday questions. Let's pull
so
them up.
Let's hit them.
Okay, we already did the island game one, so we don't need to do that. We'll start off really simple. This is a really simple, basic question, but they get better as they go. Just give me an interesting fact about yourself that people couldn't tell by looking at you at first glance.
Dang. Interesting fact that you wouldn't know from a basic white guy. I used to be ranked in Super Smash Bros. Melee. That is the first competitive game I've ever played. Back when I was probably about 15, it was before COVID hit, I was like top 50 in Oklahoma, which is not very big. The scene is not very big there, but that's pretty much what it is. It is something. I don't play it anymore. I haven't played that game in probably like a year or so. I usually just play it when some of my older friends are there because it's a GameCube game. You know, it's not a game that you will catch people younger than me playing.
Yeah.
Another one, something that if you haven't seen any recordings from us before, you would not know, but I do both Tong Sudo Karate and Jiu-Jitsu. I have my belts over here. Trust me, I do not give BTA. That is not something that I condone because I'm not a father. In some ways, I can act like one. But this is my blue belt from Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it for 5. It takes a couple years to go between belts. It goes up to 4 stripes. I currently have 3, so I'm currently going for my 4th one. Means I've had this belt for probably 2 years now, I would say. So that's pretty cool. And then I also showed this, if I can find it. I also showed this last episode, but I can't find it. Whatever. But anyway, that's it. If you want to know a lot about me, that's something that I believe defines my life a ton. And it's definitely something you can't tell unless you see me there. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. If you could have any droid or animal as a pet from Star Wars, what would you pick? Just one.
There's a couple candidates for sure, but I think the clear answer for me is a BD droid. I think that's like the coolest thing ever, being able to like mobilize on its own really quick, really nimble, also really light, can go on your back easily. Is not very argumentative like, C-3PO and R2. So yeah, I like that a lot.
Cool. Who introduced you to Star Wars growing up, and what was the first movie? Oh, wait, what did I put? What was your favorite movie growing up? Not now, but when you were a kid.
So nobody really introduced me. I kind of just found Star Wars clips on YouTube. I can't, my long-term memory is not very good, but I think the first ever thing that had to do with Star Wars was I saw the Death Star explosion, which is, an iconic still from this day to this day. And then I watched the second one I watched, which was the Death Star Trench one, and I found out it's from the same movie called Star Wars. So I tuned in. I think I asked my grandma. We went ahead and bought a DVD of Star Wars A New Hope. I watched it, and I really liked it. So I was like, and then I found out that there were more movies. In fact, there were 5 more. So it took a little bit, but after a while, I bought all 6 of the original Skywalker saga, and I watched all 6 of them, and I loved it. I believe I watched Force Awakens. I think I watched it within the first week it came out. if I'm not mistaken. But ever since then, I watched The Last Jedi on release night. I watched Rise of Skywalker on release night. I watched Rogue One on release night, and I will probably be and I will most definitely be watching Mandalorian and Grogu the night it comes out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the story.
Awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that actually. That's cool. Okay. What was your best Halloween costume when you were growing up? The best one, your favorite.
Oh gosh. My favorite one that I think I ever did was Hunter from the Bad Batch. Basically what I did is I took a plain red bandana, I painted a white skull on it, and then I painted half of my face black. Obviously I didn't have armor. I wasn't going to go that far, but I basically just did like a dark gray vest and like red pants. I did that sort of recently. I think I did that maybe 2021. That might have been the last one I did. I could tell you some that I want to do in the future. Celebration 2027. I'm bringing a Cal Kestis costume. That is going to happen. Some other ones I could do. I mean, I could do Luke Skywalker. That's not very difficult. You just have to get like, black robes with black pants, or, weaved black pants. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite for sure.
That's awesome. Okay. If your life had a theme song, what would the song be? Very curious to hear this one.
Okay. If you were to give me, if like there, you could go from like a pool of songs that you can do. Like I really like Punk Rocker by Teddy Bears. I really like
James Gunn put me onto that one, bro.
That's pretty tough because there's not a lot I would say. I will split this question up a little bit.
Okay.
If you were to ask me about normal songs, I would say either Punk Rocker. I'd probably maybe say an AC/DC song, like maybe Thunderstruck, maybe Shoot to Thrill. Anything from the Iron Man series is amazing. But then, if you were to ask me of a Star Wars theme, this to me is a top 5 Star Wars theme ever, despite it not being John Williams. But the past present theme from Andor is so good. I don't know how much you've listened to it. I think I've listened to it through like maybe 20 times because it's so adaptable to anything because of how subtle it is. But then like other than that, like I really love the Book of Boba Fett main theme. I love the Throne Room theme. As far as like basic Star Wars John Williams, I love the Throne Room theme. I love the Andor celebration. But yeah, that's a hard one though. I can't really like think of something super specific, but it is a good one.
Okay, so you don't have to air out names here because that would be a little mean. But what's the strangest or worst birthday gift that you've ever gotten?
There is a guy. I'm gonna air out his name to give him a spot. There's a guy named Tanner in my life who I know quite well. Every birthday that I have, last birthday he literally gave me a happy 40th birthday gift card, and it literally pissed me the hell off. I'm going to say this. You know what? Screw you, buddy. I'm gonna get you. I'm keep trying to get you back for that because
that's great.
He's probably giving me a 40th birthday card. He's giving me 50th, like 60th, like any number, like above the age of 30. Like, bro, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Oh God.
But if you wanted to say a physical gift, I would have to say, I mean, this is sort of relative. Like, it's sort of different between adult and child.
Yeah.
As a child, I would often get socks for my birthday. I was not the fan. But then I love socks, especially thick wool socks. As an adult, those things slap. I'm here to tell you right now, especially when I'm sitting at this desk. But yeah, that's sort of relative. I don't really hate it anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like as you get older, like clothes just become a better and better present every year. Like I'm like jumping with joy when I get clothes now. All right. Yeah. But not as a kid. I would not be happy. Okay, we're coming down to the last few questions here. Overall, what would you give from last August to this August? What would you rate this last year of your life? 1 to 10.
I would say probably an 8.5. I haven't really had I've had one super memorable life day. But then that's kind of pretty much it. I mean, I finished my junior year of college, which is a blessing in of itself, and then in about a week and a half, I'm going into senior year, which is going to be rough in some ways, and it's also going to be great in others. But outside of that, I haven't had much personal stuff happen too much. I mean, nothing. It feels like life has just gone swiftly through, which is all you can kind of ask for, really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of it. I would probably give it a solid 8.5 or 9. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Final question here. You ready?
Yeah.
When did you become gay?
No comment.
So the final question is, what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself 5 years ago from now if you were time traveling?
Don't think too far in the future, because you're gonna get there before you know it. Just stick to what is close. If I had to think back to what my life was like 5 years ago when I was 17, I would just say I would constantly be looking through. I would constantly striving towards. Oh, I'm getting close to college. Oh, not too far gone. I'm already there. Oh, I'm close to graduating now. Soon enough, I'm going to be there, even though it's going to be a lot of work to get through there. I would just say, all in all, just do not look too far ahead, because it gets there before you know it. And if you do not focus enough in the near future and even the present, it's going to flub. It's going to be a flub no matter what, and you're just going to be sometimes you're just going to be regretting on what you could have done, rather than what you could do farther down.
That's some good advice.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's all the questions I had. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We appreciate you joining for this segment. We're going to get into the next sort of main segment, which is going to be a Star Wars bracket of some sort. We will go ahead and introduce that next. We will see you in a minute. Okay, we're going to do a short little ranking before we get into the bracket. I want you to it's not blind rank. I misspoke there. I want you to rank these 4 upcoming Star Wars projects based on how excited you are from them. So, the ones that we will be talking about are Mandalorian and Grogu, Maul Shadow Lord, Ahsoka Season 2, and the 3rd edition of Respawn's Star Wars Jedi.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Ahsoka Season 2 is last. Not necessarily to say that I'm not excited for it, but I haven't really seen anything of it yet. So I don't really know what to expect, and it's kind of far away, so I haven't really been thinking about that much. That'll be last. How many are there? 5? So that's
4. We got Maul Shadow Lord.
So that's my 4th.
Maul Shadow Lord, Cal Kestis, and Mandalorian and Grogu.
You know what? The Jedi game, I think, is so far away that I'm like, of course I'm super excited for it. It's my favorite game series, ever. If they land this 3rd game, it's going to be an amazing trilogy. I'm very excited for it, but it's really it's far away, so it's kind of hard for me to tangibly, feel that excitement. So I'm going to put it at 2. I'm going to put Shadow Lord at 3. I love Maul. Super excited for that. And then I'm going to put Mando and Grogu at 1 because I know that's coming out sooner. Like we have an actual release window for that. Or date. I think we have a release date for that. And it's a movie. Like watching a Star Wars movie in theaters is something we haven't been able to do for like 5.5 years, almost 6 years. There's nothing better than a Star Wars theater experience. And I haven't experienced it since I was like 12 years old, dude. So I am so excited to go to the theater and watch another Star Wars movie, even if it's horrible, you know, I'm still going to be excited. I'm super excited for Mando and Grogu. That's going to be great.
Yeah, for sure. For my ranking, I'm going to put Maul Shadow Lord at 4 simply because I can simply just sort of confirm what it's going to be. We know in Rebel Season 2 that Maul gets stranded on Malachor and he loses control of the syndicates. That basically means we can infer where the show is going to go. The other 3, I think I'm more excited simply because I don't know what it's going to be yet. So therefore, I don't have a sort of expectation. Therefore, expectations can be pros and cons. It can be great. It can be bad. But if you have no expectations, you can be more optimistic about it, in my view. So I'm going to put Ahsoka season 2 at 3. But this is part where I get super excited because, like the first season 2 is going to bring something that we have never seen before, in my opinion, which is all of the stuff on the planet that they get stranded on. I don't remember what it's called, but Peridia, that's what it's called. It just came to my head. But other than that, it's going to be 2 different splits instead of a singular main story, which I do believe is what we're going to get from Cal Kestis 3 and from Mandalorian and Grogu. Mandalorian Grogu, I have sort of a standard expectation. All I want it to be is I don't want it to be like a standard Mandalorian plotline of where he gets this job or he gets this journey that he has to do and then he comes back. I want this movie to be different from that because we saw that for 2 straight seasons. And then season 3, he has this, purpose for himself rather than purpose for Grogu, which was season 2. So, but I just don't know quite what that'll be, which is why I have that at 2. And then I have Jedi 3 at 1 because that is going to be the ending of a phenomenal story, in my opinion. Even though we have seen literally nothing, my hope is that we have really a lot of information about it come celebration time in 2027. But that's all I can ask for, really. So that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I hope they take as long as possible for that 3rd game. Like, I don't care if it comes out in 2030, dude, as long as it's amazing. Like, just I hope they take their time. I really do.
We are now going to move on into our Star Wars activity. What we have today is I have a bracket of the 16 best scenes from Star Wars live action shows. And we are going to see which one comes out on top. So, I'll just go ahead and present them to you, just going down the line, and then we'll just pick winners, and then until we get a top one. So, first up, we have Cassian's crash out on the Senators, or Cyril's mental breakdown.
You had to pick like the 2 best scenes of the show, dude.
Maybe. Are they?
God, I mean, no, they're not. But they're both in the top 5. In my opinion, the best scene in the show is Mon Mothma's speech. That's my opinion, though. Man, I mean, I think it's like the culmination of both of their character arcs. So I think it just kind of comes down to how much you like Cyril here. I'm pretty sure I like him more than you do.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna pick Cyril's crash out. I really enjoyed that.
I think a top 3 best acting scene in Andor is when he finally confronts Dedra, and you could see him break down. How long have you known about this? And then he screams, "How long?" Yeah, and then it just goes, it drags out slowly, but it's very well paced in my opinion. Then seeing Cassian, I'm going to pick that. Yeah, for sure. So that'll move on. Okay, next up, Thrawn's Return or the train heist.
The train heist
From Aldhani, the Eye.
From Aldhani. I think the train heist is better than Thrawn's Return.
Yeah.
I think that's.
It's a lot. It's a lot longer of a moment, but then it's one of the most visually. It's one of the most visually stunning like stints in Star Wars with the Eye. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And you can feel the intensity of it.
Like I have to think when you said Thrawn's Return, I had to think about what scene that was. Like that's kind of like it didn't stick with me as much.
Yeah, it has a really dope theme, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, train heist. All right, next up, Ahsoka versus Morgan, or the Narkina escape, which includes Kino Loy's speech, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is no competition. I love that episode with Ahsoka and that they'll find those final minutes, that final confrontation. Yeah.
I think it's one of the best fights in Star Wars, in my opinion. Like it's so well made.
Yeah,
but then I don't
think we're beating the other scene. No,
I don't think it beats one. I don't think it beats Kino. No,
yeah,
not
at all. That's one of the best scenes in Star Wars.
All right, next up, Mando escapes the prison, or Cad versus Cobb.
Oh, those are evenly matched. I love seeing Mando. He's like Batman, bro. Like he's like it's like in the darkness and the lights are flickering and he's like teleporting. Mm-hmm. It's super super cool. That's a really underrated episode in my opinion. That's one of my favorites from season 1. Seeing Cad Bane in live action though, I mean,
that was a treat.
I'm going with Cad Bane. Yeah, it's really good.
I like Mando escaping the prison in episode 6, but I do not think it's nearly as memorable as that.
No.
All right, next up, Luke rescues Grogu, or Luthen versus Dedra.
Luthen versus Dedra. Oh, I mean, the acting in Andor is gonna, I think, carry that scene a lot. It's a really good scene, great dialogue. But when have we ever been more hyped for Star Wars than watching Luke Skywalker come in at the end of Mando season 2?
I think that episode of The Mandalorian raised Star Wars stock by like 5 times. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if
that was the most culturally impacting scene that we've gotten in Star Wars since we got it. Like there's any beating it.
I haven't seen that much buzz for Star Wars. Well, besides the last time we had that type of buzz was when Force Awakens was announced. But before that, it was like in 1998 with Phantom Menace. Like that was a crazy time to be online, the late 2020 when we saw that episode. That was phenomenal.
And then that theme goes so well with it because it starts so quiet at the beginning, and then when he starts fighting the Dark Troopers, it just intensifies so well.
And then when Mando hands off Grogu and he's tearing up and he wants to see his face, and it's just such a good character arc. It's a shame they kind of ditched some of those themes in season 3.
Yeah, I love it too. All right, next up, Mon Mothma's Gorman speech, or Luke training Grogu. I think this is a pretty easy one.
No contest. It's Mon Mothma's speech for sure.
Luke training Grogu does not come close to Luke rescuing Grogu in Mando season 2.
No, his voice sounds like AI. It's horrible. Like I don't know what happened to his voice. His voice sounded good in season 2 of Mando, and then in Book of Boba Fett, he sounds like a robot. It's really weird.
He didn't look good in season 2, so they switched places.
Yeah, they did. If they would have combined, they could have made the perfect Luke because he looked phenomenal in Book of Boba Fett. He looked amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going Gorman's speech as well for sure. I think that's very easy. Okay, Obi-Wan versus Vader, or wait, hang on.
Wait, from Kenobi, the Kenobi show.
Yes. Hang on, that's not right. What did I mix up? Okay. Okay, no, that's right. Obi-Wan versus Vader, or Cassian meets Luthen.
Like in episode 1 or episode 2, what was that? Or 3? That was episode.
It was 3.
That was 3. Yeah, that's completely off.
You got the money. I got the bucks. What else is there to talk about?
Yeah, I mean it's a really good scene, but it's the tip of the iceberg for what Andor has in store.
It is the tip, for all the depths. But
yeah,
I think Obi-Wan versus Vader, that might be the most emotionally impacting lightsaber fight of all time that we've ever gotten.
Yeah, I mean that
simply
was
because cracking the mask and then hearing Vader's voice crackle, "I am not your failure, Obi-Wan." Like that I think, even though I think that's the only great moment of the show, I think it is. I think that moment of the show makes it like at least the 9 out of 10. The episode, I mean.
Yeah.
The rest of the show I don't think is very great, but that
the rest of the episode was goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's like Owen and Beru are fighting off an Inquisitor with some freaking blasters. But yeah, I'm taking the Obi-Wan Vader fight. It's the gem in the rough with that show. It is truly that is what was going to make that show good from the beginning. They should have leaned into the dynamic even more than they did. I don't think Reva was necessarily like unnecessary, like, because you want new characters and a new story, right? But I think that they should have leaned more into just the Skywalkers and Obi-Wan's dynamic. I think a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just such an amazing fight, an amazing scene. I just wish you could see a little bit more on that planet, but it was really good.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Boba Fett's return. I'm a simple man making his way through the galaxy. Or Ahsoka versus Vader in the World Between Worlds.
I'm taking Ahsoka versus Vader. We watch partied that. I mean, that was so...
Including the Siege of Mandalore flashback, which I think was... when we first saw that go blew my mind when we first saw that scene. And then her being conflicted, causing Anakin's sort of spirit to turn into Vader, and then seeing the flashes of Vader in the light when he comes through to the void world. I think that was beyond phenomenal. I do love Boba Fett's. I do love Boba Fett's return as well. I think seeing him in Book of Boba Fett does kind of dwindle a little bit because he doesn't seem nearly as strong. But, I'm going to take that for sure.
Amazing scene.
Okay, the last 2 scenes from round 1. Cad Bane's Aura Walk or Marva's Eulogy.
His aura, the aura walk on Book of Boba Fett. He's been walking for miles in the desert.
You can see his shadow, and you can hear the ominous hum when you first see him.
Yeah, and there's no ship in sight. Like that, it's a flat plain. You can't see a ship for miles. What was the other option? I forgot. Aura walk or what?
Marva's Eulogy in episode 12.
Oh, yeah, Marva's Eulogy easily. That was that's what convinced me that this show was just like one of the best things, if not the best thing we've gotten from Star Wars.
Cad Bane's Aura Walk was a surprising moment because you see the silhouette and you automatically know who it is. That is the best part about that.
Yeah.
But then the emotional impact in that, I think, is just, I don't think anything beats that. Well, not a lot beats that, really. Okay, moving on to round 2. The train heist or Cyril's mental breakdown.
I mean, it's great, but I'm taking the breakdown personally. I love the heist, but it's not the best scene from season 1. And I don't think it beats Cyril's mental breakdown. No.
Is it not the best? Yeah, it probably isn't. I'd take One Way Out and Rick's Road over it for sure. It's top 3 in that season.
It's my third personally, yeah.
But then Cyril's scene in the Gorman Massacre, I think, is probably top 2, if not 3.
Yeah.
And like I'm taking like the top 3 in season 2, then the top 1 in season 1, even though it's more consistent. So yeah, I'll take that for sure. Cad versus Cobb or One Way Out?
I'm sorry, I'm taking One Way Out here. Like I was so Cad Bane was one of my favorite Star Wars characters at the time that came out, and I was unbelievably excited. But I was also kind of upset with the show up until that point. Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely hate that show as much as there are good things in it. I'm taking the One Way Out.
Yeah, I would argue it's more of a hype moment to the prison escape, because it's more of a slow build up more than an immediate surprise into the drag. Yeah. I would say that for sure. Yeah. Next up, the Gorman speech or Luke rescues Grogu.
God, what? These are two of the best scenes in Star Wars.
This is not seated, as you could probably tell. I did not order them. I just kind of came up with whatever was on my mind.
Like when we were watching, Cal and I watched all of season 2 together, and the Gorman Massacre was insane. It was amazing. It was shocking. We got to episode 9. It's kind of like, where do they go up from this? And they just do it, and you get to the speech, and I was just absolutely blown away. We finished the speech, the episode ends, and I sat there, and I think I said, like, that was like the best arc of any Star Wars show. And as a scene, this might be controversial. As a scene, I'm taking Mon Mothma's speech. Call me crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, next up, Obi-Wan versus Vader or Cassian meets Luthen.
Obi-Wan versus Vader. That's not really a competition for me personally.
Yeah, I would say so too. For sure. There's nothing really that beats it much. Okay, next up, I think I might have gotten mixed up a bit, but we'll just do like a top version. Marva's eulogy or the Clone Wars flashback, or Ahsoka versus Vader, whatever you want to call it.
This is a very even match. They're both very good for very different reasons. Marva's speech is, like great dialogue. Such a great build up, seeing the citizens finally stand up and get rallied to fight. Super great. Seeing Willman, that the pipe bomb that he built, that he chucked, super cool.
Yes.
But Shadow Warrior, or rather that scene with Anakin and the World Between Worlds, was kind of something we hadn't seen in Star Wars up to that point, as in it meshed live action and the animated shows as one really, really well. I'm gonna take the World Between Worlds personally.
I think I'm gonna take that too. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, next one. I mixed this all up, unfortunately, so we only have 5 left. But we're just gonna rank. We'll go ahead and rank these remaining 5 scenes. So we have Cyril's mental breakdown, One Way Out, the Gorman speech, Obi-Wan versus Vader, and the Clone Wars flashback. So at number 5, I am going to put Cyril. At number 4, I'm going to put The World Between Worlds. At number 3, I'm going to put Obi-Wan versus Vader. At number 2, I'll do One Way Out. And then at number 1, I will do the Gorman speech. That's my rank.
Yeah. I think ours are going to be pretty close. Okay, I wrote them down as you were saying them, so I can remember. I'm putting Cyril 5th. Great scene, of course.
Yes.
Wait, hold. I think our lists are the exact same. Cyril 5th. Roll Between Worlds is 4th.
Yes.
Doesn't stack up to the others. Obi-Wan versus Vader 3rd. We've already talked about it. And then 1 and 2 are very, very close. But like I said earlier, One Way Out's going to be 2. Gorman Massacre is going to be 1, or Gorman's Speech is going to be 1. Yeah, that's my ranking. I think we have the same ranking. But
yeah, and then
that's because our opinions are objective and we are correct.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our bracket. But yeah, with that being said, I think that will conclude this episode of the Ramblers. It was a great, fun time. Great
awesome
recapping
episode.
All that stuff and having a fun little Star Wars activity at the end, just so we don't get off topic too much. So that's going to be it. I will plan to have this uploaded tomorrow on my birthday, which would be cool.
Yes.
With that being said, we will talk to you guys later. See you.
Bye.